Superheroes. We've all seen them. We all know them. We all even have our personal favorites. With their flashy costumes, diverse backgrounds, awesome powers, and crazy antics, superheroes have excited and inspired us for years. Now, we are all familiar with the numerous characters that have been introduced to us throughout time, but have we actually seen all there is to the world of superheroes? What if you were told there's a whole other world of superheroes? A world filled with heroes that grew up to several stories high, used special moves that made villains explode with just a single hit, piloted gigantic robots that can combine into even larger ones. And what if you were told they have a rich history spanning over 40 years? Not aware of such a place? Then join us as we take a brief look into the strange, little-known world known as Tokusatsu. This is Tokusatsu 101.
もしも心が深ずり割れて
I think the definition is so tokusatsu means special shooting. So I think the definition is some kind of movies or TV dramas that use special effects.
Tokusatsu is classic Japanese entertainment. It's Kamen Rider, it's Godzilla, it's Ultraman, it's, you know, everything that has spawned American Saturday morning action shows.
僕は特撮のテレビのプログラムに関しては目的は子どもたちのためにあるんだと思っています。小さい子ども、特に小学生、幼稚園生、保育園生、小さい子どもたちのためのプログラム。
Created by special effects artist Eiji Tsuburaya and director Ishiro Honda, Godzilla was inspired by American movies like King Kong and utilized many techniques that were unique for the time.
It's a very dark, that film is a very dark film. Not just kaiju, a monster film, but also it has a lot of serious messages in it. For instance, anti-nuclear testing, and also it reminds the audience of the scar of the war, World War II. Japanese people went through, and the air raids and an attack by the United States. And that was a kind of reenactment of the same destruction, this time though done by the monster that was awakened by the nuclear testing by the United States, although the movie doesn't mention the fact, that it was done by the US, but everyone knew who watched the film, back then knew that that was done by the United States. And then that also relates to the memory of dropping of atomic bombs, by the US on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
The influence of Godzilla has always been really huge, especially in America. I know it originated in Japan, but we've had their translations for years. And I remember when I was about 8 years old and going to the movie store and trying to pick out a Godzilla. They had Godzilla 1942, 58. I could go on naming them. There would be at least 20 to 25 different Godzilla movies that I would have to pick out from. You can see roots here in just like the wrestling, like WWF that they have here. I mean, kaiju is so big right now, which is basically wrestling with giant monster costumes on. I mean, you always hear a Godzilla reference like at least once a month.
However, Eiji Tsuburaya still had something else up his sleeve. Originating as a black and white television series called Ultra Q, Eiji Tsuburaya then decided to make a follow-up show that featured more kaiju as well as introducing a constant hero character. Starting as a demon-esque looking character merely called Red Man, character designer Toru Narita decided to modify his creation. By drawing on influences from other Western alien shows such as Buck Rogers and popular urban myths such as the Roswell alien, Narita eventually came to the final design for the hero known as Ultraman.
I like Ultraman best, I think, especially the first one, the really first original one, because it's simple and it's easy to relate to. You know, Ultraman comes from somewhere out of space, and you know, he has only, how long? I forgot, 3 minutes to fight the monster, and then he always defeats it. But it's always he struggles. You know, then time is limited, and but he always overcomes and defeats the monster, and it's simple and fun.
Ultraman hit its full stride, however, upon the reaching of its 40th anniversary in 2006. First, with the debut of the series Ultraman Mebius, which featured a return to the original Showa series timeline and canon, and featured many characters from the original Showa Ultraman shows in guest cameos. This was merely the icing on the cake, however, as Tsuburaya Productions would then release Ultraman Mebius and Ultraman Brothers. Featuring special effects, huge-scale battles, and non-stop action, the Ultraman Mebius movie was guaranteed excitement. What made the movie extra special, however, was the featuring of Susumu Korobe, Koji Moritsugu, Jiro Dan, and Keiji Takamine reprising the original roles of Ultraman, Ultra 7, Ultraman Jack, and Ultraman Ace respectively. For the first time, the newest Ultraman hero, Mebius, will be reunited with 4 of the greatest Ultra heroes in the franchise's history. The movie was seen as a bridge that brought together Ultraman fans new and old together, and was one of the top grossing movies in Japan. Yet, as many changes and additions that have been made to the series, Ultraman in many ways remains the same, defending the innocent and always having that special affection for the world's children.